Hi, I'm Nick Ritchie, and in this video we're going to look at how to stop weight regain once and for all. You see, there's something very wrong about how most people diet. They work their asses off in order to look better, but by the end of the dieting process, they feel miserable. And then, to feel better again, they gain the weight back. And then this cycle just continues over and over again. Standard yo-yo dieting. I know how this goes firsthand because I spent the first third of my life repeating this insanity. And although it's an easy trap to fall into, it's one that you want to get out of as soon as possible. When you think of weight loss, it's really easy to become all excited about the vision of yourself in a new body. But it's also real easy to become tired and demotivated in the actual process of losing weight. And most people make themselves far more miserable than they need to be. At one point in my life, I exercised like an absolute madman. Twice a day, 5 days a week, that's more than one workout per day. It was pretty insane. I also swore off, literally, all of my favorite foods. And I would normally say goodbye to friends, family, and fun, just put that on hold. Even one Thanksgiving, I ended up, I was fasting, and so I missed Thanksgiving dinner, all the leftovers, none of that stuff was part of my diet. I couldn't be part of the fun and festivities, and basically, I showed up to the party and just made everybody miserable because of my miserable attitude and my miserable lifestyle. So the problem with making these extreme changes, making yourself miserable to lose weight, is, nobody likes it that you feel miserable. Everybody wants you to feel better. But the really bad thing is that if you're going to keep the weight off, you have to keep doing the things that helped you lose the weight. And if that process makes you miserable, well, keeping the weight off is going to make you miserable as well. If we were to graph the typical weight loss experience, it looks something like this. The more weight you lose, the unhappier you become. Your body rebels, you get sick of it. So if you manage to get lean, you end up lean and unhappy. And then you're faced with these two choices. A lose-lose scenario. Keep doing what worked, which leaves you lean and miserable, and wondering to yourself, was this all worth it? Did weight loss actually make my life any better? Or you can gain the weight back to become happy again, which will leave you thinking, why did I even bother losing weight in the first place? But after gaining the weight back, you usually gain a little bit more the next time around because you lost muscle in the process. So you get to a new all-time high weight, which of course makes you feel miserable. And to feel better, you resolve to lose weight again, which just leaves you with those same two miserable choices. Do I want to keep up the regimen that got me lean in the first place that was likely very miserable? Or do I want to feel better again and gain the weight back in the process? Nobody wants to get stuck in a yo-yo diet, but this is how it works. It's just a natural cycle of trying to keep yourself happy. So what's the alternative? How do you avoid wasting 10 years of your life repeating yo-yo diets like I did, and somehow end up happier and leaner while keeping the weight off? Francis Bacon once said, "A prudent question is one half of wisdom." Others have said, if you want a better result, ask a better question. So what if, instead of doing the thing that all of the magazines pander to, the question, how can I lose weight as quickly as friggin' possible, consequences be damned? What if we asked a little more intelligent question, a little smarter question, a little better question? What if you asked, what can I do to make my life better? That might also result in a little bit of weight loss. At the very worst, you're going to end up happier and still overweight, which isn't so bad, right? But if you meet the second criteria even a little bit, then you're going to be happier and leaner. You can have a better body and a better life and enjoy the process every step of the way. So why wouldn't you, when all it takes is a change of focus? So look for something that you love to do, or would love to try, that would also help you lose a bit of weight, and focus on that. I'll give you a list of a few things that I recommend in a future video. But someday, you might run out of things that you love and you think are also going to help you lose weight, and when that happens, then you just try things that you don't think you'd mind too much. Who knows? you may end up falling in love with them. For example, a lot of people really hate exercise in the beginning, but become addicted and feel deprived if they don't get it once they've made it a habit. I can personally raise my hand on this one. I used to abhor exercise, but I don't feel like myself if I don't get it on a regular basis. It helps keep me lean, it helps keep me healthy, and it feels fantastic. But I didn't always enjoy it in the beginning. Stay away from things that make you miserable. There are only two reasons to do things that make you miserable. One, you're ignorant and you don't know any better, which you won't be after this video. And two, you're some kind of a competitive athlete, like a pro bodybuilder or an MMA fighter, and you either need to cut for your MMA bout or some kind of a photo shoot or competition. If you don't fall into the elite athlete category, there is no reason to be miserable while losing weight. The reason people regain the weight that they lost is because what they did to lose weight wasn't sustainable in the first place. If you exercise for 6 hours a day to lose weight and then try to keep that up for 40 years, I guarantee you it's not going to happen. I spent a third of my life doing stuff that I hated, and I wasn't any better off for it. But when I ended up shifting to doing things that made me happier, I found myself healthier, happier, and leaner than ever before. If you give yourself permission to ask a better question and do things a little differently than the miserable masses, you can enjoyably achieve what most people suffer to fail. If you'd like to learn more about how to make your weight loss as quick and enjoyable as possible, check out the link below. I'm Nick Ritchie. Thanks for watching.